Good morning, this is Gavriel Jacknin, and welcome to BJC Halacha Day, number 1440. Halacha Day keeps the Yetzer Hara Away. We're continuing with the reading from the Torah on Shabbos and festivals. Fascinating Halacha today. It is pretty long, so I believe we're going to break it up into 2 days. Once again, dedicated to our holy idea of soldiers, the hostages, the Jewish people in Israel and around the world. And I want to also suggest that we do these halachas on YouTube as well. So in case your memory is getting full like mine is, feel free to erase them, but follow us on YouTube. You can also subscribe, and that way you can always do review as well and not to clog up your phone. Okay, so here we go. Regarding the Torah portions of the retributions in Parshas Bechukosai and Parshas Kisavo, meaning the portions known as Tochacha, admonition, there should be no stop in the middle of them to begin a new aliyah. And it is also necessary to begin the aliyah at least one verse before the beginning of the reading of the retributions. Says the footnote, it is not proper to recite the blessing immediately prior to the portion of the retributions or immediately following them, as it would seem like we are choosing to bless Hashem for our misfortunes, God forbid. However, in order not to begin an aliyah at a point where there is less than 3 verses remaining in the passage, it is necessary to start the aliyah at least 3 verses before the retributions. At the end of that aliyah containing the retributions, one must also read at least 1 verse after the conclusion of the retribution. But here too, one must see to it that one not conclude the aliyah at a point where there are less than 3 verses from the start of the passage following the retributions. See above, Siman 23, paragraphs 20, 21, and 22, where these laws are discussed in great detail. Says the footnote, see again chapter 23, paragraphs 20 and 21, which states that one may not begin an aliyah at a point where there are less than 3 verses from the beginning of a passage, and one may not conclude an aliyah at a point where there are less than 3 verses until the end of the passage. The word parsha discussed here refers to the sections into which the written Torah scroll is divided. The portions that contain the retributions both begin at the start of such a passage. This is not to be confused with the weekly Torah portion, which may also be referred to as a parsha. So the word parsha can have 2 definitions. All right. In Parshas Kisavo, the entire passage containing the account of the golden calf is read within the aliyah of the Levi until the end of the verse of Shmos chapter 33, verse 11, which says his servant Yeshua, etc. The reason for this is because the tribe of Levi did not participate in the making of the golden calf. It is customary to read the account of the golden calf in a subdued voice from the verse, Vayitein el Moshe kichalaso, he gave to Moshe when he finished, until the verse, Veichal Moshe, Moshe pleaded. Upon reaching this verse of Vayachel, the reader returns to reading in a loud voice, until the verse, Vayifein Vayered Moshe, Moshe turned and descended. When the reader starts this verse of Vayifein, he again reads in a subdued voice, until Moshe Yikach es Oyel, until the verse of Moshe would take the tent. At this point, he again reads in a loud voice until the end of the passage. Okay, and we'll continue with this halacha tomorrow. Thanks for listening to Sponsor Feature Halacha 36-100 for the gold. And we'll see you.